From seed to plant to pollination, it's the budding artist.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Budding Artist Podcast. My name is Sarah and I'm here with my bud. I don't have a bud here with me today. This episode is going to be a little different because I have some explaining to do. Two things I want to address. First, my break, and second, where this podcast is going to go because of said break. First, my break. 3 episodes into the Budding Artist Podcast, which I love. Every second of it was awesome. I got really burnt out. I don't really know what I was thinking as one person taking on everything, putting on all these hats. Interviewing, filming, editing, color grading, creating content for social media, uploading, all of it. I don't know how I thought it would be possible for me to do all of this and also releasing these episodes every single week because I was like, okay, I'm going to film a bunch of these episodes ahead of time and then it's going to give me ample amount of time to edit. But then also I am a human being living in a capitalistic society where I need money to do all of this stuff and I have other responsibilities and chores and family and friends and myself to take care of and answer to at the end of the day. And I was very unhappy at the end of it all because, again, I just got burnt out, got depressed, to be honest. I just lost all motivation. I felt so exhausted. So anyways, I just bit off more than I can chew, which is something that is not unusual to me because I do that quite often. Now that I know what my passion is, that's all I want to do. I want to just create. I want to write. I want to act. I want to create films. I want to research for my podcast. I want to do all these things. And I'm like, why do I gotta sleep? Why do I have to eat? Why do I have to work? Why do I have to do all these other things? But I have to. In the end, it was me grappling with all of this information, but then also being really unhappy because I just felt like I wasn't filling my cup. My life felt really unbalanced. I was giving a lot to one area of my life and then neglecting a lot of other areas of my life, let's just say. I had to rebalance and I had to be kind to myself and allow myself to take this break, to take a step back, to really see where I wanted to take this, how I was going to balance all of this and be healthy mentally, emotionally, and physically. With all of that, I was like, okay, I'm just going to take care of my body. I'm going to do everything other than my art. I'm going to hang out with friends. I'm going to hang out with family. I'm going to live my life as Sarah, see where that takes me for a few months, few weeks. Even after that, I wasn't ready to create still. I was just feeling really lost. I didn't know what direction I wanted to go in. And then I remembered, let's see, the artist's way. I tried to do this a year ago and failed miserably. I did one chapter. I just didn't realize how much was involved with this. It's actually designed to be a course, a 12-week course. And I didn't realize that. I just thought I would be reading some chapters and then my whole life was going to change. Turns out I have to do tasks. I have to do morning pages every single day. I had to take myself on an artist date every single week. I just needed a reset, basically. Refined my passion, my direction. I talked a lot about it with Ash, and Ash was kind of like in the same headspace as me, so we're like, let's both do it, which made a world of difference because it's nice to have someone to keep you accountable, but it's also nice to talk and discuss these synchronicities that you're having and all these like crazy things change and happen in your life. It's hard to explain to someone who hasn't done the artist way before, so if you've ever heard of it, haven't heard of it, or are interested in it, I would recommend it 100% because my entire life changed. I started to realize like what I wanted to do and what my why was again, and I was starting to feel this joy and enthusiasm to create again and create space for myself to create more. I made myself this little podcast corner and I don't think I ever thought of doing that before, and my whole room is a mess because I'm trying to create a space that will allow me to have fun and explore new art forms that I never thought I would want to explore. First and foremost, my writing, and also getting into filmmaking is a really big thing for me right now. I wouldn't have discovered any of that stuff if it wasn't for The Artist's Way. My podcast is going to change too, so I'll move into that, the change of this podcast. I will say I love the original idea. It's something that I'm very passionate about. I think it's so important to highlight and spotlight these diverse artists that are in different parts of their journey. I think there's just something to be said and something to be learned from people who are just starting out, maybe don't have the notoriety or fame, whatever that means, success or whatever, that we hear a lot about, which I think you can learn and glean a lot from that, but there's also some inspiration that you can really grasp onto when it comes to individuals who are just starting to paint, who just finished their third short, or who is dabbling in a completely new art. For me, it's nice to see someone, and it's also nice to hear about the processes of those people, because the hardest part with everything, I feel, is starting. Once you're actually doing it, you're doing it. What I'm trying to say is those will be continuing, but because of my capacity, I have a lot of other passions that I would like to explore, unless someone wants to, fund this or sponsor me to do all of that. That would be great. But that's neither here nor there. So I'm going to do what I can with what I have, which means that I kind of want to explore some other avenues for this podcast, because I am also a budding artist. I'm learning a lot, and I have some new segments that I want to introduce first and foremost, because I don't even know what other segments I'm talking about. I can explore though, and I'm starting to process that there might be more. One that I have been researching and looking into a lot more is a segment that I like to call Sarah Studies Shorts, because I myself would like to produce a short soon. I wrote a short called For You. It's kind of strange because I wrote this at the beginning of this year before I even started this podcast. This short is the reason why this podcast is even around, and the reason why I even started Jade Poppy Productions in the first place. I mean, I never really discussed it or talked about it because I felt like I was waiting for something to happen with it. Almost like I was waiting for permission to talk about it, because I was like, I need to wait for it to get like accolades, or I need to wait until I get like funding for it, then I will talk about it. But that's not helpful. That's not helpful for me, and that's not helpful for anyone else for that matter. So I'm just gonna put it out there now, because who cares? I wrote a short and I want to produce it. So I want to educate myself as much as I can about the process of filmmaking for shorts, because I've been on the other side of it as an actor, but I haven't been behind the camera. I haven't been part of the pre-production, production process in that way. And I also don't have the education for that right now. So it'd be nice to see how other people have done it. I would love to explore new and fresh filmmakers that have created shorts, but honestly, the information is not readily available. And the way that I would have to do that is emailing these filmmakers, which I will do. And whoever answers, you're going to be on this podcast. For now, I'm kind of exploring shorts that have more notoriety and more information readily available. I really want to get deep into it, how they're made, where the idea came from, funding, how the casting was, what the filmmaking process was for them, and post-production. I want to know all of those things. I will possibly explore other avenues, but that's one segment that I'm for sure going to do. Yeah, just because it would be wonderful to be able to make for you, and it would be really cool to be able to even document that within this podcast as well. So that will be all exciting. I'm trying to figure out if there's other things. Release schedule, it might be more regular, it might not be. I'm trying to give myself more grace because, again, I'm not doing this full time. I'm not really getting paid for this. I am going to do what I can because I really do enjoy all of this stuff, and I love researching and learning about all these filmmakers and short films. I've already gotten super inspired by them, so I think it'd be a great segment, to be honest. What else have I not talked about? Why do I feel like there's more that I need to say? But maybe there isn't more to say. Yeah, let me see my notes. Break, where the podcast will be going. Unmotivated, depressed, yep. Sarah study shorts. I don't know what else there is to say, but I'm very excited. I'm excited for this new terrain that I'm entering in. So let's see what happens with all of this stuff. I'm very excited. I've said that a million times. Like, I don't know what else to say. I feel like I'm always bad at ending things. Oh, also, thank you for all the people who have been asking when the next episode is coming out, because that's so sweet. Some people I didn't realize was watching this or listening to this podcast, but have been reaching out, and I think that's so nice. I'm like very grateful. I feel very humbled. And also all the people who have reached out to see if I'm okay. I'm doing a lot better, so thank you. I should probably also talk about how For You is doing. For You is doing great. I've been entering it into a bunch of competitions. I've been getting a lot of feedback from people and different readers, my friends also, and some of my mentors. That has been really, really great, and I'm so thankful to all those people who have read For You and who have given me a lot of notes, which is amazing. To take time out of your day to read and also give me notes, that's, oh my gosh, it's very heartwarming. Thank you. Yeah, and also I've gotten some accolades for it. Kind of unexpected. Of course I want to win, but I didn't expect to. My initial intent was to see if my idea was working for you, if I was going in the right direction. So it's nice to see that I am. So yeah, anyways, that's everything. That was all over the place. I literally just brought out my mic and was like, let's just speak. I took very, very little notes for this. I should be a little bit more prepared. I will be more prepared for my next episodes. Anyways, thank you for listening. If you've made it this far, I need to stop talking right now. So it's already been 17 minutes. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, thank you so much. Until next time. Bye.